Bueno, llegó guitarrita.
Ahí sí.
Sube ese chichi más para arriba, a ver si.
Sí.
Ahí. Play de cajón par. Vamos a coger el mix. Vamos a mezclarse para salir de eso ya de una vez. La parte de mal.
Lo que pasa es lo siguiente acá.
Ajá.
Todos los volúmenes están por encima y si se manda así.
I met Chichi in a previous group. It was a singer, Jay Martin, and I was just filling in because I was already playing with Aventura back then. And Chichi was the guitar player, one of the lead guitar players, and we met. And it was like instant spark.
Just
like,
gel.
It was like incredible. When the breakup came, Aventura broke up and stuff. Romeo went solo. Next thing you know, Chichi comes into the studio, record. We were working on Formula One, and we became the Force. Jedi Chi, Obi-Wan King. We know each other. We know each other's tastes. We know each other's musical abilities, and what he's thinking. I already know what he's gonna do, and what I'm thinking, he already knows what I want, and it's like it's super natural for us to work together. Cupid was born from an idea, and I took it and I designed actually the body of the song, the format. I wrote the introduction. I laid out the map of how it was going to be, constructed, and I left a big gap in the middle because I said this is Chichi's territory. I'm going to do this for him. So I wrote basically everything, even how to get out of the song and everything, and then recorded ideas and stuff, and then came to the studio. This studio right here, thanks to my colleague Alfonso, who rendered his time for us to record here, and we put it together. And then Chichi came to my house, and in my basement of my old house, which I no longer have, we recorded all the guitars, and Chichi just did his magic, and it's like, wow, amazing stuff. Working with Chichi, this guy is a true perfectionist. I think he overkills it sometimes because I want to smash him with the guitar because it's perfectly fine. But now, again, like, are you serious? So he is really like demands the best of the best of the best, because definitely I agree with him, and so does our boss Romeo, that the public deserves the best. So we have to give him the best.
Being in the studio I'm very doubtful. That's the funny part. You would think I go in there and I'm like super cool and I got everything like, I'm gonna like kill this thing. I'm actually like, what am I gonna come up with this time? So I question myself a lot. Luckily the ideas do flow, so it ends up working at the end of the day, but I'm always very doubtful of what can I do, to one up what I had done previously on the previous record, So that's pretty much my thought process when I'm going in there.
When this opportunity came about, the first thing that hit me was like, oh, Jhoni the Voice. Let me reach out to Jhoni. I know he's going to take on this and really like do a great job. So I reached out to my friend and then reached out to Jhoni, and then they were like, oh yeah, we want to be on this. So we left it up to Jhoni to record the vocals, and we're here today to do the mix, to get it all together.
The challenging part is to pay respect to what was, the song, the hit song, and but at the same time create something new with it. So it's like you want to carry some of the old with you, but you want to add your own flavor and your own element, which I think we were able to accomplish that, especially like Joaquín said with Jhoni, the addition of his voice. He has a very nice, beautiful tone, and I think that he respectfully, did the vocals the right way, but adding the flair that he needed to add to it. So that's the challenge, just the merger of what was before, because people already have that in their mind, and then something new that we're offering them in a new genre and a new style. of the same song?
Mapped out the song. Chichi already had come to my house and we recorded La Segunda, which is the other guitar that defines the rhythm of the song. So Chichi and I defined exactly how we were going to do things with the breaks and whatever it was going to be added later on. The only thing that was missing was the lead guitar, which is the one that gives it the melody. And we came to the studio, but we already had an idea of how we wanted the musicians to perform certain things. We gave them freedom to improvise certain things, but there were some parts that we had control of, like, no, it has to be like this here, it has to be like this there. So, you know, of course, in the process of recording a bachata, bongo goes first. The bongo sets up the foundation of the song as far as there's a break here that he created that we all have to follow or sometimes don't follow. And then after he does it, the Güira has to follow that bongo to the T, to exact. And then the bass player comes after, following what Chichi already left behind, which was the bass. I'm sorry, the segunda guitarra. And then that couples all together. And then we come in last to give it color, which is what Chichi does with the lead guitar. He colors the whole entire song. It's almost like, right, you know, you take a canvas and you outline the drawing.
Sketching it out.
You sketch it out perfectly. Everything is to a T. We come in, we take all the paint brushes and we start putting colors. And then, you know.
A couple of little clouds here.
Right.
Tree there.
So, but he does most of the coloring. I just happen to touch a little thing here. I take the smallest brush and go beep, but he takes the big one.
My name is Wellington Flores, and I got into music a long time ago. It's a funny story. En 97 fue eso. Y siempre estaba haciendo bulla con la güira hasta que un vecino de nosotros allá en el edificio, en el Bronx, él tocaba con José Alberto el Canario y él es bongocero. Él toca salsa, la ha tocado con la India, con mucha gente en ese tiempo, en el 97, el verano. Y él dijo, vengo ahora, y trajo el bongo, me dijo, agarra eso ahí. Y me enseñó, me dijo, hale así. Y cuando él me enseñó que yo le puse la mano a ese bongo, yo solté todo, la güira y todo, y me puse a estudiar ese instrumento hasta el sol de hoy. I mastered it. Una experiencia muy rewarding, muy bonita, porque él me llama y me dice, hey, vamos a grabar un tema aquí nuevo que estoy haciendo. Y cuando llego al estudio yo no tengo idea de qué voy a hacer porque no he oído la canción. Usualmente uno, si se la aprende más fácil, es a la ciega. Entonces, nada, él me decía lo que él quería, hazme algo así, dibuja esto aquí, un redoble aquí, un corte así. Entonces yo lo hacía, lo hice y le gustó. So, muchas de las ideas que yo le decía ahí mismo, vamos a poner esto así, ¿no? Y entre los dos ahí vamos coordinando hasta que quedó como estaba.
My name is Enrique. I'm known as Enrique Güira. I've been doing this professionally since 1996. I've had the pleasure to record for a lot of the known bachata artists. Aventura, to name a few, Romeo Santos, Luis Vargas, etc., you know, and all the local groups as well, the up-and-coming groups, and I'm still currently, you know, blessed and doing my craft. I recorded the Güira on this track. It was a challenging experience because it was a lot of changes. Like, you know, it's more musical. When you record with Joaquín, it's more musical. It's a lot of details, and I like challenges like that. Working with Joaquín is a blessing.
I'm known as Adan, alias Pikachu Gomez. I play the bass. I started at 12 years old. I first started with my brother Ahelis, and then from there I moved on to Toby Love, and then Prince Royce, and then Romeo Santos. So I've been like going up slowly and surely. Joaquín, he's a great guy, and we met in 2011, and working with him is really good. You know, like we have a great communication together, and whatever he needs, I work with him, and we just make sure that the sound is great. I enjoyed working on the track, and that track, like, I do whatever I want to do first, and then Joaquín will be like, okay, I want this or I want that. But we both worked together, and we made sure that it came out the right way and that it felt perfect.
It's definitely keeping in the essence of the original songs, but bringing new elements, and of course, keeping the form of bachata, of course, as authentic as possible. Because when you cross, genres, it's you can easily lose yourself in translation, because it might just go too deep into, where it came from, which is R&B, or what I'm saying, or goes totally bachata and don't pay respect to where it came from. So we kind of like merged it together in a way that's perfect. Yeah, it's not too much of this, not too, and it's just right. I'm just picturing this being played at a club and everybody is dancing to it. That will be my thrill, my ultimate thrill, to see like what we put into hard labor, pay its fruit by seeing everybody dancing, enjoying the song, and saying, wow, this is so catchy, so cool.
But you won't know unless you give it a try. True love won't lie, but we won't know unless we give it a try. Joaquín, déjalo que suene. Chichi, sentimiento del alma. Mi reina, tú sabes que Cupido nunca miente. Cupid doesn't lie, but you won't know unless you give it a try. True love won't lie, but we won't know unless we give it a try. No hay por qué dudar, lo digas enough, but you won't know unless you give it a try. True love won't lie, but we won't know unless we give it a try. No te dejaré, no me alejaré, nunca te abandonaré. Give it a try. No te engañaré.